So, Jesus, yeah. So, your wife sucked the devil's dick. She's on the other side, and you want to stay married to her. How are you gonna deal with it? Um, you know, Lord, there should be no, you know, I haven't met another woman. I stayed loyal to this woman for so many years. So, I, sucking the devil's dick, that's obviously, why would I want any part of that? Like, when she was here, I told her she was repulsive. I was like, I don't want anything to do with you. The kingdom marriage thing, and I know that my fans and the people that love me want me to have nothing to do with her. I understand that. When the evidence is right in your face, I got a text message uh, that she got sent. The dude was telling her, "Hey, come here and suck my cock." So, I mean, if we're gonna take it to extremes, we always do, right? So it was weird to see that, and then have her. You know, I'm an innocent kind of I'll believe you type of guy. Um, I didn't see that coming, really. But at the same time, it's not the first time. The next person that tells me the same thing, maybe they'll do worse. So I think it's better how I'll deal with it is harshly, but I think it's better that we'll use it to help other people out. And would I say marry a woman like this? When I first married her, I didn't know what I was getting into. Um, I don't know. Why do you think I'm drinking? But I do know that it hasn't lifted me up. But thinking about me, it hasn't lifted her up either because we've been separated. So you have to get it out. I would say you have to get it out. And then once this is what it is, like, are we going to continue? Are we going to. That's probably the best uh, thought process you can have. But you can't really speak on it until you've been in it. So, I mean, I've had thought processes of, is she psychotic? Is she just crazy? Or is she actually spiritually awake? And I don't know. I, I believe God. And I've done that since Portland. I wouldn't have been in Portland unless I believed God. I learned a lot through that, and God will take care of it. I know that. It's wild. Every single time she comes here, like, she is in bad shape. And then I wait for her and all that. So then I do. I look at it as I've wasted 3 years of my life. I do. But I don't at the same time because what I gained from it was, you know, uh, stay with God. It's been hard, especially the last 3 years. So, I mean, I've lost a lot of attraction to her. So, I mean, if this is a marital counseling thing, no, Lord, this is that. I pulled her out of Portland, so we have a kind of friendship, but we did that as a marriage. So I don't know what to tell people. Like, if God tells me to divorce her, I'll divorce her. If God tells me, and we fight, like we go our separate ways. We're fighting right now. Uh, do I um, think I'll take another indiscretion of what she does personal? No. But then she's gonna lose out on how close she is to me because I'm always because of what she did. I'm okay. I know how to treat a girlfriend. She'll never get that close again. So it's she won't. So to me, I'd cut this interview off real quick and just be like, because you're a whore. So it's I probably will never forgive that. I, in my mind, in my heart, I won't ever. So she's got to learn a whole different lifestyle because the way I look at her now, it's just there'll never be romantic roses or anything ever like that again for her. There will never be any. If she wants that, then she needs to start over with somebody else and just be like, and then wait until it happens to her. So it's her parameters that she created. Because I'm not going to create anything for her. Usually, I would create something for her. I'd start writing. I'm not going to do it anymore. Like, I'm pretty disgusted with her. And to actually, you know, she was unfaithful to her husband. So it's to deal with it from my side, and I was her husband. Um, you know, it's when you're building your life with someone you trust and they constantly betray you and they're never there. I'm talking about years. They were never there. You kind of have to understand, like, their mind or the devil's inside their mind is against you. So then you see the marriage is never going to work. It's not going to be that storybook thing. But you learn. That's what I would tell people. And then I probably won't tell you to go back to them. Like, they'll leave your life and it'll be hard, and that'll be that. But I'll nurse you and I'll put you in different situations where you'll be okay. They'll they're of the world, so don't worry about what's going on with them at all, because nothing they're gonna have is gonna equate to what you're gonna have, and that takes time. That takes years. So I had done that for years before I even met my wife, and I thought she was different. This is um, a blessing. So you got to look at, you can't give up on your kingdom marriage. Your prodigal is fucked up. Of course they are. They have no idea what's going on or what they're doing. You have to give them time, and you have to. Am I going to forgive the unforgiveness? Uh, yeah, I'll forgive the unforgiveness. The circumstances of the indiscretion. I'm not going to keep bringing it up, but it'll always be something that she will never be able to remove. She'll never be able to remove that adultery. She'll never be able to remove that. As far as our relationship, our marriage, I won't bring it up over and over again, because I mean, if it's already happened, that doesn't make sense to do it. How do you forgive the infidelity? I don't know. I don't know yet. Um, you don't take it personal, but if you don't take it personal, then you're not really trying to get close to the woman again, because she did it. So I mean, she fucked up her own marriage. So I mean, I would never. I've never seen it work after that. But I don't, in this day and age, think that anybody can be faithful. So there's no real reason to actually fall in love that deep, right? But people would say, yes, there is. We're not all like that. And she said the same thing. Don't blame me for what she did. Yeah, I get that. But it's No one believes you. Now, me, if you ask me, I just told you. So yeah. Um, it's a weird mixture, I guess, but I've been speaking too much. Because she can't even stay in this house. But I can tell you, I don't want to know the details of how it happened, and I don't give a fuck. It happened, and that's enough for me. So, it's it's something, uh, if I looked at it from a pragmatic sense, she's gonna live for so long, and that's not her entire. The days before, she doesn't worry about it, but she's high up there enough to where she was sitting in a court with Jesus, and she rejected Jesus, and she still went out and did what she did. So, I mean, there's no reason to figure it out right now. It's gonna impact her more on her heart and her memory and her spirit, what she did. So, I mean, it's gonna be aggravated memory type of reflex and things that she does. Like, if there's somebody that's actually from Jesus, she'll probably uh, do the same thing. I can tell you she was a horrible wife. Horrible wife. Horrible wife. And didn't know how to be a wife. I think she's more about herself. So if you don't want to marry her and you want to be friends with her and all that, let her just fly by herself. She's not ready to be a wife. Um, that's what I'd say. Um, you don't know what to do with her, really. Um, you get a text message from her occasionally or whatever she's doing. She hasn't really no love for anybody but herself. Um, so it's look at if you want to hold on to her. Is it worth it? And you'll figure out a lot. Um, I married her. I'm still married to her, but I deal with it, and that's not how a marriage should be. A marriage should not be. That's my wife. I have to deal with this. Everything she does, I have to deal with it. I have to sit there and protect her. I have to sit there and go out there and just be like, no, that's the devil. No, that's a demon. I have to deal with it. I've done it for 3.5 years. I would tell you, it'll wear you down and it will get you nowhere because she will just drag you into hell. You won't actually get to heaven, back to heaven, where you're supposed to be, because her mentality is to use God. And then when it doesn't happen, like, she will sit there with her hands on her head, like demons, like she's trying to like do everything on her own. Yeah, I mean, if I had to put it in heavenly terms, she's ugly. So yeah, she's far from anybody that you would think is a godly person. And you fall in love with one, I wouldn't, but I did. Do I think that she can be turned? Um, no, at all. She's too far gone. Um, she's. It's like a witch running around in heaven. It's weird. To watch it, it's kind of like it's not what you think, because the witch is sitting there trying to blend in. I love this worship music. I love this. I love this. I love this. Okay, God told us to do this. No. So it's I haven't seen a witch like this. This is a way different witch. And my prophets were telling me this is a witch. Like, she's pretty powerful. And then me, I was just like, I can take her. So it was, um, she's saying she loves Jesus, she loves God. Nothing in her life says she does. So it's, you know, you look at that as that's her reflex move. But when you look at her life and the fruit that is produced behind her, I mean, she's destroyed this entire place every single time she's walked into it. So it's wild. Um, like, where's she gonna go? Um, but there's reasons for that. I think. You know, she was in Portland. She's a devil's daughter, and uh, she never really knew Jesus. She didn't take the opportunity when it was given to her. So it's yeah, that's who I married. That's what I learned. And she'll probably watch this and be upset or be like, "No, I'm this, I'm this." No, mm. Look at the evidence. I mean, she lured this dude from Ashland to Portland, and then he couldn't. He was born of the spirit, so Portland was dark to him. It wasn't dark to her. It was like her fucking nesting ground. So she knew all about it, so she was comfortable there. He wasn't really. And what she's done in heaven is just deplorable. So, yeah, we don't think too highly of her. And it's weird because she's my wife. So, I mean, I miss her. Like, everybody misses her. But we don't really see a change. We don't really see the. We see a demon in her. We see Satan in her. And it's, that's hard. And we feel it. Like, you can't live with a demon. You know that. So, it's, I know this video can't go on too long, but yeah. Um, and then with the infidelity and all this that went on, her staying away from, like, why would you stay away from Jesus for 3 years? That doesn't make sense to me. I am Jesus. That makes no sense to me that you would say, stay away from me for 3 years. And then, like, a lot of people do. No, I look at it from a Christian standpoint. But if you knew, like, if you were in love with Jesus, I don't, I don't see that. So the way I was looking at it, well, you're one of Satan's handmaidens, right? And um, that still doesn't make sense to me. Like, I remember when I was pursuing, technically me, um, for 3 years, you'd be lost. The one and only Jesus. Even if you didn't believe Michael Brian Thomas was Jesus, the spirit, you would want to be close to it. So it's kind of like, you know, it's definitely somebody that prays, I guess. We stopped answering her prayers about 3 years ago. And be like, we're not gonna jump through the hoops and all that. It was funny to actually be Jesus in the flesh and in the spirit, and listen to her and just watch her and be like, you are nowhere near a real Christian. Like, not the downgrader, just like, you can't follow the Holy Spirit. Like, and then you recognize the other spirit, like, she's the devil's handmaiden. So once you realize that, that's when it becomes wherever she goes, demons are following her. So then you're getting into a whole different type of battle. And I was in love with her. And I can't say I still am. I can't say that. But, um, you know, you fall into that trap, I guess. Uh, I was sent there to learn. Like, why wouldn't God send me to Portland to learn Portland? Like, I would have never, I wasn't in any way thinking I'd ever be in Portland. But when I got sent there, it was, she led me there, and God was like, go with her. So God is faster than her, and I don't think she understands that. In her heart, like in her mind, I think really she's a narcissistic Christian that isn't really. Um, So she's gonna have a hard time. But I'm gonna do my job every single day. And a lot of times, like when she's not here, it's a break. She brings nothing but darkness and pain. So, I don't know. I really don't know. But I married her, and I know God uh, put us together. I mean, I fell in love, uh, but after 3 years and 2 years, I don't know if she did. And I think, but I haven't talked to any other women either. So it's if I pull my Holy Spirit out of her, put it in someone else, then it, a whole different characteristics and personality I'll be dealing with. So yeah, that's all the Holy Spirit is telling me.